Once again, the owner of a black CX5 with the registration 247AH2, please move your cart. You have parked with a fellow patron who needs to leave immediately. That's 247AH2. Thank you.
Well, we've worked our way back up to the commentary box here at Sunshine Coast Stadium, the DoorDash National Youth Championships. As we mentioned, this is an important matchup for both teams. It's knockout from here on out. New South Wales CHS and the Sharks. Looks like the Sharks have that early lead, one try to the good. But CHS, well, they'll be hitting back hard momentarily. Carly?
Yeah, really looking forward to this one, Jack. And 6 to go as we speak, and that's Lennox Tika with the ball in hand, and he'll be a pivotal player out here for the Sharkies in this do or die clash.
Tika, of course, playing big part at NTLs earlier in the year, and here picking up from half. Touch is made. Referee Zoe Genrick in the best position to call an easy touch there. Let's see what the Sharks can do. The back end of this set, potentially forward out of the hands. It will be picked up. You can see the box go up for CHS, and yeah, they're blessed with possession here.
Yeah, they're really trying to get out and make those touches as far out as they can, and yeah, that's a really, really good result there for CHS as they roll down the field with that familiar box pattern from Scott Buckley.
Well, Jones picks up from half now, working with Maxwell Masters, and he can play footy. Masters from half, plays the out ball, flick around the back. So do they have the space to work with? No, well covered there by the link. He just was patient there in defence.
Yeah, it was a bit of a flickathon then. Yeah, but yeah, bit of flair from the CHS boys on grand final day. That's what you want. You want to bring the crowds back. So yeah, fantastic work.
Well, the Sharks limbering up now. 12 metres out from the line. They seem to have a bit of an overlap on the left-hand side, but the ball go to ground. Touch pass will be the call, and should be interesting to see how CHS respond to this. And with the ball, fresh legs coming on now. Still 1-0 to score. CHS really need to hit back early here. Both teams pretty equal in terms of results over the 6-7 rounds that they played in their pools. Kyle McDermott working in there with Blake Wardrobe. Blake plays a right to left long ball to Riley Jones, but the shutdown defence is up to the task.
Yeah, he's a really, really good player, Blake Wardrobe, and I expect him to feature prominently here. He's had a shoulder reconstruction. Both of them were injured, and he spent a long time on the sideline, so it's really nice to see Blake back out there and showing what he can do on the big stage.
Blake Wardrobe, one of the superstars of this tournament so far. Penalty called right on the halfway mark. It practically looks like a tap-off. And here, South Queensland now look to double down on the scoreboard. 5 minutes past so far, our first finals match on KO for the day. And there'll be plenty more action all throughout. Looks like the Rooster plays coming here on the short side, diving for the line doesn't quite get there, but right idea there from the number 5, Kaya Tika.
Yeah, you'll see the Tika brothers combining well. They've been lighting it up in the Metro Cup on a Friday night for the Gold Coast, and yeah, I expect those two, if the Sharks are going to win this one, those two will definitely be at the forefront of everything that the Sharks are doing.
We saw a bullet ball intercepted there, but CHS are running away. It doesn't look like he's going to be caught. And it's Wardrobe. You said he's back from injury and he's looking sharp as ever there. Light on his feet. Wardrobe just scoots through from the box play, 1-1.
Yeah, he's a tremendous player. He's a real impact player. He comes on and he's wholehearted and does everything for his team. He was just looking to truck this ball as well as he could for his team, but then picked up on the fact that the Sharkies were a little lackadaisical, getting through that midfield D, and fantastic work from Blake Wardrobe. And we've got a 1-1 scoreline here, Jack.
Tied up. Numbers on the right. Bouncing back to the left, as we've seen so many times this week. Popular play. And Levi Arnold will play the ball 7 metres out. Touches to work with. Needham Brown picking up from half. What can they do here, the Sharks? They go all the way long, and yeah, good defence as well. Just couldn't quite convert there. So CHS on the ball. Early days here for both teams. Coaches Buckley and Ma, of course, well, they'll be shouting from the rooftops to get their teams galvanised for this matchup. Playing the ball now, 20 metres out. Number 4, Ella's, and it's a changeover. Yeah,
tried the passive play there, out the back there, and yeah, we've got a little sloppy in the ruck. Seems to be a penalty.
It's for offside.
Yes.
So the late calls come from the sideline, I think, in that case.
Yeah, people get tempted on that passive play to sort of pop up and sort of snuff it out, and yeah, really, really good refereeing to spot, that the play was offside. Watch for number 4 here, Tamana Ellers to feature prominently here for CHS. He's Australian Under-18 boys representative at the Pacific Youth Championships in May, and a real leader in this CHS team.
Tamana Ellers, he was looming there actually on that right hand side, looking for the sort of trail ball. They couldn't connect there, CHS. So Sharks in this arm wrestle of a match so far here. The DoorDash National Youth Championships, 5th and last is the call. Will they go long? They're going to have a crack. It's taken and intercepted there by CHS. And yeah, still not a bad result at all for the Sharks. They get the ball right down the field. Unfortunately for them, it is on the box side of CHS, and they've been pretty good from this area so far.
Yeah, great meters there from Elijah Cooper, the winger, to just pick up the extras, and a really nice latch there from Charlie Walkerton. And yeah, it's giving them some great flow in there. Looking out the back, that's fantastic. Long ball went rip, and they had the shape out the back with Walkerton for the passive. So that's classic Scott Buckley in terms of just setting him up for the 3-card trick, and perfect long ball. It just lined up and went whack, and that's the result of such a good construction from the changeover. They worked their way down the field, and the challenge for Sharks will be to be able to stop those first 3 touches, because once CHS get on a roll, they're very, very difficult to stop. And it was that man Wardrobe, pick up and went whack. He is having an absolute day out here already.
And it started with Cooper, it ended with Cooper as well. That play, Carly, for any aspiring wingers watching at home, putting in that early effort in the set can often pay dividends. And speaking of paying dividends and being a winger, there's another try for the Sharks. They've equalled the scores here. It's the number 9, Pokai, who gets the ball over the try line.
Yeah, really good hit back from the Sharks, and it was that man, Lennox Tika. He is, one of those players who just has an impact. He has a presence. He sums it up beautifully, and just one step and went whack. And yeah, this is going to be an absolute crackerjack game. We can already feel it here, and the crowd's gathering here at the Sunshine Coast Stadium, and yeah, they're in for a treat this afternoon. Should
be exciting to see which teams progress, and of course, going on at some point to contest QSST. It's an inevitable matchup, seemingly, in this division, pending an extreme upset somewhere. CHS win a penalty close to the line. They're going to be dangerous from this kind of distance. Riley Burke picks from half. Looks like they might have snuck under there, Maxwell Masters. Yeah, he's good from that kind of range and just stretches out for the third try for CHS.
Yeah, he's another one of the Australian youth representatives who's carried on his good form from May. Max Masters is a very talented young man, whether it's the static game or a passing game. You know, he's got all the attributes that you want to see in an elite player. And, yeah, he edges his team out here 3-2. And I don't think the Sharkies will be done by a long shot anyway. I think the scoreboard, the athlete scoreboard attendants are going to be fairly busy here today, Jack.
Well, they have a bit of an overlap of numbers on the left-hand side. Actually, a bit of honesty there. The link says, no, didn't get him. And that's another try for the Sharks. So tit for tat touch here. They can't be separated right now. So it's got all the hallmarks of one that's going to go down to the wire. Yeah,
it's a classic finals encounter already at the quarterfinal stage. And, yeah, it was a lovely, lovely piece of play there. And Kai Artika dots over for his team to take us up into a tied ball game here at 3 apiece.
CHS, the ball in hands, trying to get their noses in front once more. Josh Curl picks up from half. They go back to the longest side there. Wasn't to be. The long ball sort of early in the tackle count too.
Yeah, I think they were going to play out the back. I would expect the passive play to come next off that setup from CHS.
Sharks working their way up here. Nice touch there by CHS. So now we're going to see a static fifth and last. Still dangerous. Without forward momentum, this Sharks side, they've got the ball skills to boot. And CHS, they'll work from their box again. We've seen this before.
Yeah, very disciplined play there from CHS, and they're just shaping, and there's the fly.
Oh, and Masters there just working with Riley Burke. That's a dangerous combination as well. Potent, you might say. And just sort of a misthrow there by Masters that glanced off the hand as it left.
Yeah, we've seen 2 lacklustre sets from both teams in terms of finishing the set. Maybe we've been treated to such a high standard already that we expect a little bit much here, Jack. But I think that this is a real crucial period for both teams, just to try and get the ascendancy a little bit and get to their set completions, leave the ball down the other end, and see if they can make the other team pay. And there we have an error from the Sharks around halfway. So this is a golden opportunity here for CHS to get down the other end and try and claim early bragging rights here.
Forward pass from the ruck there. So CHS will benefit. Fresh legs working their way onto the field now, and they'll look for sort of latch plays that we've seen earlier on.
Yeah, watch for Wardrobe.
Wardrobe out there working as well with McDermott. Wardrobe picks up from half. He's just created that space once again, and it's all clear. So, yeah, heavy involvements there all the time from Wardrobe, really. He's having a heck of a match so far. Yeah,
and ably supported there by the try scorer, Ethan Semple. He is a very, very good young player. Been a part of the Australian under-18 boys squad for the last 12 months. And, he's a quiet achiever, but he just does his little bit for his team. And he gets a very deserved try there to get the CHS guys out to a 4-3 lead.
The athlete scoreboard reading 4-3 now in favour of CHS. The Sharks, they scored first in this matchup. Now looking to equalise here at the back end of this half. Great touch there by CHS, moving up off the line. Little pat on the back there. Camaraderie, both of these teams at an all-time high you'd expect come finals day. Touch made 7 out. Fifth and last. They're looking for that left edge. Dangerous side of the field, and penalty blown. It was, racing up to make the touch in defence, so no malice in that touch, but deemed as slightly too abrasive. So Sharks get 6 more. We should see them with a few low-risk plays, I think, in the first few touches here.
Yeah, the Tika brothers are just searching for the opportunity that they want and just sort of trying to move the chess pieces around the board, as you'd appreciate, Jack. So, the punch play will come soon between the two brothers. They're working in there with Kyron Ford, the number 3, and he'll give him a good strike dump. He's a really good setter.
Forward working with Tika, and there we go. Brothers combined, gorgeous stuff. It's the number 5, Kaya, who gets the ball down, but the hard work from Lennox there, unreal to break the line.
Yeah, and that's a real patient set of 6. That would please Sharks coach Dave Marr no end. Dave's a very tactical coach, and would really have been working with the Tikas just on their patience. He plays with them at the Gold Coast on a Friday night, and has a pretty close relationship with the boys. So really good understanding there, and nice to see the boys being really patient. Earlier in the tournament, they probably pushed a few passes and stuff, but the Tikas have got their A game today, so that's fantastic to see them, and the Sharks fans will be cheering about that.
Well, really tactically tricky here around the 7-metre mark, but well defended by the Sharks at 4-all. Defence is crucial at this point, and unfortunately the Sharks can't quite get it done. It's going to be 5-4. This match is still tight as ever.
Yeah, it's anything you can do, I can do better. They're just trading touchdowns at the moment. So in each coaching box, they'd be really trying to sort of do something to arrest, this flow of tries that just seem to be endless here from both teams. And so defence has to be, a real priority. I think paying attention to not just the line defence down there, but being able to say, well, they're getting all the way down the other end of the field. Let's tighten up in the midfield and try and, make them really earn every metre they get, and see if, we can sort of put their foot on the throat a little bit and force a few errors.
Touch made, 7 out. South Queensland Sharks, well, they'll look to hit back here. They've had no issues scoring so far in the match. 5th and last, the Takers working together.
I think it's down.
Referee's calling 6, and that's a tight call. These small calls can often make a big difference, but importantly, if one doesn't go your way, you just got to keep your head up.
Absolutely. That's that was a fantastic piece of defence from CHS, but unfortunately there's a turnover there, and Lennox is out there, and he'll control this set of 6 for them to give them a good shot with around about 1:30 left on the clock.
Got to say, Cully, that's a quality response from Tika. The call went against him on the previous dive, and then to sort of come out and have the presence of mind to get that no-touch call in his favour. Here they come around to the right. Tika working with the ball. Second phase play, right to left ball. Gorgeous stuff. We love seeing touch like that. They play the ball close to the line intentionally. Get it back and score on the wing.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Number 2, Kaya Murray. Great presence of mind in the phase to get that down, and Lennox did the rest, just ripping off the ground. A gorgeous long ball, and we'll see on the replay, just getting the phase and one step and whack, and connects beautifully with his winger. That's the great thing about Lennox, Tika. You mentioned it before. His presence of mind and his composure under pressure has really, really improved. I was fortunate enough to have him in the Australian Under-18 boys team this year, and he was a model of consistency, and just a very, very intelligent young touch player who has a very, very bright future.
Future of touch here on full display over the course of the last few days. Very, very sneaky indeed. On the left edge, they've just snuck past the CHS defence there, and it's, I believe, Kaya Tika who, it is indeed. And so the Tika boys are running rampant here. And
that one's going to hurt a little bit. Scott Buckley, it's a play that the Penrith team run a lot in the Vorden Cup, the sneaky down the sideline, and Dave Marr stole that one from the playbook. So very interesting little match-up between the two New South Wales men's 30s teammates. So we're seeing the battle not only between the players but the coaches as well. Two fantastic coaches.
We have actually seen a little player sent to the end of the field there, actually, right on the death. The number 2, Kaya Murray. He didn't quite catch what that one was for, but importantly, South Queensland Sharks have edged ahead right before the buzzer there, 6-5 the scoreline. And Carly, I don't think we've seen the end of CHS. It's still anyone's match here in this quarter-final fixture. Potentially, we could see a drop-off looming. Well, we're back here at the DoorDash National Youth Championships, second half action in the under-18 boys division. It's a quarter-final, and it's close. 6-5 the score, the South Queensland Sharks leading CHS. But the Sharks here, they look like they're going to go in early. All clear is the call. Dylan May he finishes it off there, and for the first time in the match, they're actually up by 2 tries.
Yeah, that's an incredible try, and it won't make Scott Buckley feel very, very good at all. 6 on 5. The Sharks are down a player, and they managed to score, with only 5 players on the field, and that sometimes happens to you, but that is the worst possible start for CHS. So they're going to have to dig in, to get themselves back here. That will be a tremendous boost to the Sharks, as they have opened up this second half with a pet play for the tap move and a try with only 5 players.
Well, still one more set until the excluded player can return to the field. And have they managed to take advantage, or will there be a touch? So the ref's conferring here. The touch is the call coming from the sideline. And yeah, the on-field referee, Zoe Genrick, she wanted to call ball down there, but the sideline referee sort of having his say is saying no, there wasn't indeed a touch first.
Yeah, nice communication there between the 2 referees to get the decision right. So, yeah, well done to both of them.
And the Sharks here, they'll have their return player by the time their next set occurs. And they've done so well to score a try and hold out with only 5 players on the field. So, testament to the efforts here of this team. Almost getting through again there, the Sharks on the left flank, or their own right flank.
Yeah, they're back to 6 players now, and we're back on an even keel with the numbers out there. So, big job here for CHS to claw their way back. And I think they can settle and they get themselves right. And, here they come. This is a really nice latch play. They've got some momentum with Tamana Ellis off the back.
Ellis with the ball. Can he scoot around them? No, he can't. So Levi Arnold doing well to defend a dangerous opponent. Yeah, fantastic piece of defence there from the Redlands junior. Great work from Arnold. He did a fantastic job defending Tamana Ellis on that occasion. Let's see if the Sharks can get 3 tries ahead now. They'll work towards the line. Pretty happy with the result there overall. The Sharkies, and now CHS working to their box. We know how many tries have been scored in this match so far and how tight it's been, so it's so important that they stay in touch on the scoreboard. Yeah, really nice extra metres down there with Charlie Walkinen featuring prominently there for CHS, and he's one of those real hard-working link players who, CHS will need to put their hand up if they're going to be able to claw their way back in here. And there's no panic at this stage, though, Jack, for CHS. They just need to make sure that they stay disciplined. And unfortunately, as we speak, there's a penalty, but they need to just stay nice and composed because this game has a lot of football left to be played in it. 2 tries in it. That's the deficit. Close when we're talking about touch football. And the Sharks, well, they don't want it to be close for much longer, so they want to put a couple of tries on the board here, try and put this game to bed sooner rather than later. Little Rooster back to the short, and it's 5th and last, so static play, good defence from CHS. They shoot up now. No holes open up, and Masters there on the inside just does well to get up into the space. Yeah, fantastic work there from CHS to defend that. Now they're on the march a little bit. They've got to be cleaner on this and get to their latch and have some real momentum coming into this back end. Nash Ritchie calling the shots there from the wing for CHS, picking up his Wardrobe. Danger, and they find the hole. Yeah, he's the architect. We've been using that word a bit for our playmakers this week. Gets the ball away there to Max Davies, and CHS with a much-needed try. Now I see Scott Buckley in front of us in the commentary position, and he's talking very firmly to his teammates and telling them exactly what he needs. And it would be win the midfield. Make sure you do what you've just done then, get those first 3 clean, get to your latch, and then let's play off the back of flow. And that's exactly what they've done in that set. And, they have to stay with the plan and keep doing what they're doing. In the other box, Dave will be working really, really hard to make sure that the boys continue with their heads up and keep playing very positive touch with the Tika brothers leading the way. Looks like Wardrobe, long arms, make the touch there. Makes the touch coming off the line. Yeah, superstar on superstar there. Tika against Wardrobe, and fantastic play from both these guys. Tika right to left, back on the inside, and well shut down there by CHS. Scrambling defence 6-7 the scoreline now. CHS need a try to tie things up. Still 14 minutes, so plenty of play left. They won't be too fixated on the scoreboard. Just trying to keep their head in the game, keeping their processes and structures intact. Here they go, Ellis playing the ball about 20 metres out. It's the number 5, Davies. Throws back to Ellis and offside call. So 6 again, and yeah, that's the benefit of direct play.
Yeah, and as we alluded to early in the call, Tamana Ellis, he's such a great work rate middle, and he earned his team that penalty there, and let's watch him here on the quickie.
They had numbers on the left, but great defence from McSweeney. Times his run perfectly to make the touch. Sweeper play now. Go back to the short. They've been running that play time and time again. Hasn't necessarily been their most successful play today in the match, but certainly you want to keep compressing the defence. So
yeah, exactly. They're just sequencing here and they're working. We're looking for an out ball here, and there's the Counties play and the short ball, and fantastic play. That's a really well-worked sequence there from CHS, and Scott Buckley looks a little bit more relaxed now down in the box, and that's a fantastic hit back there from CHS, and really important now that Sharkies compose themselves and don't stop playing the type of great open style that we're playing prior to Oranges here. So yeah, this is such an intriguing game, Jack, and really looking forward to seeing what happens at the back end of this one.
It's all tied up. It's as exciting as it gets, and offside player there, just making sure he didn't get in the way, Reg Nichols. But the Sharks in good field position here. Haven't scored for a little while here, so they'd love to get one on the board. Penalty is the call, helped out there by Kayatika, who, his field sense is good too. He's watching all the players, making sure they're moving forward, getting back on side.
Yeah.
Tika.
And as we cue it, his brother enters the field, so again, these two look for the combination.
Timely swap. Corey Connolly. He'll be delivering the ball. Well, that's our second penalty on the line here, so they've got to be really careful, CHS, to avoid an exclusion. Yeah,
absolutely here, and they'll be trying to get themselves out past that 8 metres if they possibly could. And, that's a fantastic piece of defence, but we may have an injured player there.
Player down for CHS, to his feet. Yeah, looks like
Masters.
Masters seems to have caught one in the face, I think, there. He's doing fine.
Yeah.
Maybe on the chin. Yeah, literally caught one on the chin.
Yeah.
So they will look for a sub, and they're going for a 2-player sub.
Yeah,
that's a bit cheeky.
That's Scott Buckley. Straight out of his little playbook there. Takes the opportunity to get his other middle on and get the fresh defender on. Very, very smart.
If they're playing pods too, then they're
yes.
used to playing with each other. So, yeah, Buckley, ever the strategist, doesn't miss a beat. Tika's lining up there, but yeah, it would have been nice to see him use the full tackle count there. They were on 2 penalties already, CHS, so trying to test that. You don't want to play for an exclusion, but you certainly want to soak up the tackle count and extend the pressure. But Ehlers is back on the field now, one of the danger players, McDermott. Picking up there is Nash Ritchie as he works his way out to left wing. Ehlers picks up from half, 5th and last. Number 3 works through. The ball is away. It's going to be for a dive in the corner. He's still going. And the touch is made. 6 touches there. It was called a little bit earlier on. But the number 8 there, Elijah Cooper, with the footwork, trying to dance away from the defence. Couldn't quite work the magic there.
Yeah, great defence there from number 9, Kapua Pokai, another Redlands junior. Fantastic work there from him there defensively. Didn't panic, composed himself really well, and made the touch that mattered.
Sharks all locked up, looking for a way through. Campbell Hartley from half, diving for the line. They can't break through, but a full field set, so they'll be pretty happy with that. And the penalty blown, so Yeah, a little piggyback off the line there, not what you want to see.
Yeah, halfway through this second half, and you know, every set is really, really important, and so it's really important that the boys keep their head and don't give away any of those so-called piggyback penalties, because it makes your life a heck of a lot tougher. So yeah, very important that the boys stay composed, listen to the instructions from the box, and you know, and just compose themselves and play good footy.
Maxwell Masters there.
Yeah, he lined up for that passive out the back. There really wasn't the flow and the disorganisation and the discord for the for the Sharks defence there to run that play then. So probably need to do that at a time where they've playing off the back of some flow there. But yeah, I'm sure that won't be the last time we see an attempt at that play.
Well, moving up now, that ball could be called forward there. The referee's just discussing, and that's exactly what the call will be.
Yeah, we've got Baggio, one of the greatest referees, in our time out there controlling this game, and what a treat for the boys to have somebody of his calibre with the whistle in their hand. Yeah, getting it right at the pointy end of this competition.
They play that one
Great
extra
hands.
ball. Wardrobe and very well defended too, it has to be said by Tika. He needed to get his hand in the channel there, else that was a try for all money. Wardrobe, they're going to want him out there for this full set.
Yeah, definitely, and
No doubt.
He'll just move his players around exactly where he wants them, and yeah.
Oh, picked it up! Oh, the referee's calling.
Let the boys play, sir.
6 more. It would have been a spectacular intercept as he clutched at the ball close to the ground. And yeah, I'll admit I thought that was going to hit the ground on three different occasions. But
That man Tika,
yeah,
he has all the skills.
Silky indeed. Wardrobe plays the ball now. Picking up is Semple. Semple is on the inside there, so he'll pick up from dummy half.
Yeah, great touch there for Levi Arnold again. He was under all sorts of pressure there, and he came up with the big play. Good boy.
Right to left, long, back on the inside. Can he defend 2 players at once? The ball's to ground, and it has to be said the defence there was impeccable from the number 7, Dylan May.
Yeah, that was such a difficult situation. He looked like a soccer goalkeeper diving through the air to try and get both players, and that was a fantastic defensive play then, and yeah, saved the day for his team.
For soccer fans tuning in, that'd be the equivalent of a keeper making 3 saves in a row, diving each direction. So the Sharks on their own line here. They'll have to move forward. That's the call from the referee. Players not onside in the middle of the park, actually. So they're out of position. They're all clear.
Yes.
Call is going to be made. The ball is down. So yeah, they just lost their footing a bit there in defence, the Sharks.
Yeah, 100%. I think the error coming out of their own end there rattled them, and it made it really, really tough. And they've been doing a hell of a lot of defence, and it was a really, really difficult, period of time. But number 5, Max Davies, got in really, really low for a big, tall man, and managed to, dot that one down for his team. He seems to slip underneath the defence, and that's a fantastic effort there to put the CHS up 8-7 for the first time in a while.
Well, slight lead, still 6 minutes on the clock, so plenty of time, but out here to the right, diving around the defender. And it is a try. Baggio calls the touchdown, and that's good stuff. Athleticism on display. Yeah,
Keelan Needham-Brown, what a sensational dive to dot down for his team and get us back to an 8-all scoreline. It was a really nice little out ball from Tika around the back, but it's the put down. It's the ability to get to the side of the player and dot that down with the inside hand. Not an easy skill at all in this game, and we're being treated to an absolute classic game out here in this quarterfinal clash between 2 fantastic teams.
Athlete scoreboard lit up with 16 tries so far, split evenly. CHS look for their next opportunity, courtesy of Ehlers working with Davies. 5th and last is the call. Davies, he'll look to kill in the corner, likely. No shenanigans there.
Yeah, Scott Buckley won't be happy. And Q on, here he is, he's bringing them all in, and I think he'd be saying, I want this ball over this sideline, not 5 metres in, not 2 metres in, but right over here, because every metre is vital, and he'd be just asking the boys for a little bit of extra effort. Same things are being said over in that Sharks box. I can guarantee Dave Maher, one of the sharpest operators around.
All right, go for the flick ball out the back. Called for 6 again, but instead winning a penalty for his team for offside. So it's crucial here that CHS hold their line, keep communicating against this Sharks attack. They'll smell blood in the water here on the short side.
It's not there.
The touch
just got there
is
in
made.
time, yeah.
Maybe the link got the 2 feet.
Yeah, I'm thinking so, but CHS do not want to muck around with it there.
No.
They need to get out past the 8 and take all of the guesswork out of it for the referees. It's very important that they do that.
TKR, ball goes to ground, so sigh of relief for CHS. 4 minutes left on the clock.
Some really tough carries are required here just to get over halfway and put yourself where you need to be. And the CHS boys have done really, really well there. And, but equally good is the fact that the Sharks are staying up and they're looking to flatline here and make sure that they, don't let the dangerous wardrobe get away with anything here.
And look at the hands on display there. We saw a little flick out the back.
Charlie
and they're away. Walkerton bamboozles the defence. An all-important try. Thought that the play might have been over there, but Walkerton gets the ball away to Jones. They're one ahead once again, 9-8 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, the Central Coast combination there, working really, really well. Looked like not much was doing on that 5th touch play. Wardrobe didn't give up on the play, neither did Chook Walkerton, and he put his Central Coast teammates Riley Jones into the corner for a try. 9-8 to CHS.
It's getting tight now. Quarterfinal do-or-die matchup. Both teams worthy of progressing. Really comes down to those small moments. Tika, ball in hands. It's glanced off the New South Wales defence, but I think we're going to see a forward pass call.
Yeah,
we do.
We are, and that was exactly the right decision there from the refereeing team. So with 2 minutes 55, oh wow, we are in for a crackerjack finish, and it would be a brave person to be able to pick a winner here, Jack, because they are both so evenly matched.
CHS looking to stamp their authority, go 2 ahead. They've only been ahead once or twice in the match, never by more than 1. As we see a play of the ball, Ella's with it. And they can't get it out to the wing. They were looking for a hero shot as they did before, and they've earned an offside.
Yeah, that passive setup's been really, really fruitful for the CHS. They might not have succeeded in scoring the try, but in crucial stages in this game, a couple of times in the first half and now in the second, they've managed to procure a penalty from the referees, because you get excited when you see the passive shape out the back, and as a winger you want to get in and you want to snot it and fix it up, but you can't really go early, because it becomes a situation like this, and this is such the crucial set right now. This is the money set.
A bit of gamesmanship. There's Masters, goes for the line, the touch made. You saw they soaked up about 10 seconds there on the clock. And you can see in this age group, the 18 boys have got the maturity to sense the situation. They'll use the whole set here.
Yep, and this is good control here from Ellas and Masters. They'll just take their time. They'll be diving at the line. Nothing risky.
And yeah, it's good stuff right now. They've really soaked the clock. We mentioned yesterday that sets take 30 seconds. This one's well over the 45-second mark. Right to left long, back on the inside. And it looks like we're going to see a forward pass call.
Yeah, they looked for that little accumulator play over the top and the back, and really, really well done. They would have practiced that at training a lot, and great presence of mind for the boys to recognise the situation. But now a penalty, and we've got some real drama building here in this last minute, Jack. So here we go. Can Sharkies get down the other end and take us into extra time?
Well, they're only going to get 1 or 2 more shots. They've got to treat this like their last set. They got that piggyback to a good field position. Now they get 3 touches to work with. Oh,
Tika!
Has he got him? Tika throws the dummy. He sells it like icebergs, an Eskimo to icebergs, or however you say that. Carly, I've lost my words there. The try itself will speak for itself.
Forgive you for getting your words on that one. That dummy, fantastic work. Kayati can take a bow, young man. That was a clutch play at exactly the right time. 9-all with about 13 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Blake Wardrobe looking for an opportunity.
And that's gone through. With 5 seconds on the clock, the fairy tale for the Sharks comes to an end.
Oh, what a play from CHS. The Sharkies were trying desperately not to make a touch so there'd be a strike dump, forgetting that you actually have to make a touch. And, they just kept playing on CHS, and they got the absolute classic play in the last second. So no one made the touch. He pulled out of it. They pulled out, and he just scooted across field and managed to dot down, and that is just a clutch play in the most exciting of circumstances, Jack.
Well, what a game we've seen there. One of the most exciting of the week, and at what better stage of the competition than the quarterfinals. Carly, I'm glad that CHS get over the line there, so that little highlight down the other end, which was a beautiful try, doesn't have my